Hello! We are starting our lesson 9 week, and it's on self-reliance. Every week I say I love the content, and I really do. I think self-reliance is a wonderful way to make sure that you're in a place where things are taken care of for you, that you are ready to serve others. And that's why self-reliance is so important, to make sure you're not having to always be relying on others, and you can be in a place to help other people. And with self-reliance, I think the first thing we always think about, at least for me, is I thought of food storage, emergency preparedness, but there's more to it, and we'll learn about that this week. Like here, I love this quote right here by Julie Beck. It says, "We become self-reliant through obtaining sufficient knowledge, education, and literacy." So it's on our knowledge, and all the information and knowledge that we have can help us be self-reliant by managing money and resources wisely, so the way we have money and resources, being spiritually strong, so there's spiritual self-reliance, preparing for emergencies and eventualities, that's what I talked about, and then having physical health and social and emotional well-being. So your health, if you're in a good place where you are healthy, then you're able to serve others that might not have great health. So I just want to walk through the application activity. Okay, for lesson 9, what you're going to do, you're going to think about all the things that you've learned about self-reliance that week, and you'll fill out this template that you'll click and download. So it tells you about those 6 areas I just went over of self-reliance, and it's in this pamphlet, so let me pause or move my face for a second. Right here. You'll look through that pamphlet, just like the link took you there. And because those 6 areas are outlined in that pamphlet. And once you look through those, you're going to choose one of those 6 areas that you want to improve. So let me go back. So out of those 6 areas, what is one area that you think you can maybe do a little better in? Maybe you think you do okay in all of them, but I want you to still pick one that maybe you could do a little better in. Maybe you need to build up your food storage, or maybe you're really good at food storage, but maybe your health. Maybe you need to do something to get in better health, or financially prepare your finances. And because once you pick one of the 6 areas that you want to improve, you decide on a goal. And that is a goal that you'll work on. So remember the SMART goal, being specific, measurable, attainable, so they're all right here, realistic and time-bound. So your goal needs to make sure that it has all of those traits. You're going to work on it for just 1 week, so the next week. So during lesson 10, you're working on that goal that you set here in lesson 9. And then at the end of lesson 10, you'll report in the learning report how it went. And you'll submit your completed document. So I'm going to download you'll submit your template. Download it to where it's blocked. 1 second. Move my screen for just a second. Okay, let's see if I can get the document to pull up. Okay. Answer the questions below. Include some examples from your learning. Use complete sentences. So in my English video this week, my tip, it's about run-on sentences, so make sure they are complete sentences and don't run on for many, many lines, and it's just one full sentence. And so I want to just see a little more than just one-word answers, because it says, what is the area you chose? So after you write the area, look at that next question. What is the overall goal or priority you're wanting to achieve? Through prayer, and you're going to then select your goal and write it as a SMART goal in 1 to 3 sentences. So it can be 1, 2, or 3 sentences long. This week I will. What are you going to do? I will exercise 30 minutes from 7 o'clock in the morning to 7:30 each day, Monday through Saturday this week, to help improve my health and be more self-reliant with health. Or maybe you want to be more self-reliant with food storage. I will go to the store on Wednesday and Saturday, and on Wednesday I'm going to buy this. On Saturday I will buy this. I will get this money by setting aside $20 each paycheck I receive. Whatever it is, be specific. Remember all the things that SMART stands for. Specific, measurable, attainable, and remember that when you're doing this, to make sure it's time bound, making sure that it's not this long-term goal that I'm going to make sure by the end of the year, or I'm just going to make sure I do better at food storage. It needs to have timelines so that we are accomplishing it. It needs to be realistic. It can't be something that is impossible or very, very difficult to achieve. We'll walk you through each of those. I said realistic, it's relevant. Similar, it is relevant, realistic. It's something that I need in my life right now. That's what relevant means. And so you'll do that. Then, let me just walk through this last part. Imagine yourself reliant in that area. So maybe I'm trying to be more self-reliant with help, and I'm thinking to myself in 10 years, and I say in 10 years, I am self-reliant with my health. Okay, so write a letter to your current self, to who I am today, with encouragement and counsel on how you can reach that self-reliant goal that you chose. So it needs to be half to 1 page long. So that means it can be either half a page long, or 3/4 of the way long, or 1 whole page long. 12-point font. I'm going to pull this document down so you can see. Here's where I'm going to change the font. It needs to make sure it's 12. So if this were my document, I would want to highlight everything and not have it at 10, that's too small, not have it at 18, that's too big, but have it at 12. So make sure it's big enough. Single spaced, so no spaces in between, like here. That's single. If I do 2.0, that's double. There's more space in between each line. It needs to be single spaced. Then the next thing is just make sure you proofread your letter. Check the spelling. Use spell check, that tool up there where we do spelling and grammar. It will go through and ask me what things, give me suggestions, or I can choose to ignore or change to what they recommend. That's how we make sure it doesn't have any errors. And in your letter, include these things. Okay? You'll just type it right there, and that helps to make sure that it's half a page. Why is self-reliance important? I realize self-reliance in health is important because I promise if you'll do this, then you'll have these benefits. Here are some things that you can do in the next 5 years to reach where I'm at today, self-reliant with my health. So there's kind of an idea of what your letter is going to need to include, and just acting like I'm now here in 2020 or 2019. Here are some things that you need to do to become more self-reliant in the area you're trying to be more self-reliant. I hope that makes sense. Send me any questions you have about the requirements for the letter or the SMART goal that you need to set. I am here. I want to help. I say that every week, and I am grateful for those of you that reach out when you're confused or have questions, so I can help clear things up, and it's not something that interferes with your learning. I want you to learn the most and have the best experience possible. So I'm here for you guys. I pray for you always, and have a great week. Bye, everyone.